just bang like that onto that side of the couch was 8 feet long. The other side of the couch was about 6 feet long. I flopped it onto the couch.
And then he left. So, who's telling the truth? The jury's got to figure it out. Let's bring in our guest. In Los Angeles, California, forensic psychiatrist, trial expert, witness, and columnist, Dr. Carol Lieberman. Dr. Carol Lieberman, this two completely different versions, right? We've been seeing it throughout the entire trial. But getting back to this whatever happened in that bed, she is saying on the one hand, there's no way we would do that, and he's saying, well, it was human, and it's not a teacup Yorkie. Like, what are we to think of all of this literal mess?
The doggy ate my homework and then defecated in the bed. Today was an amazing day. It was waiting to exhale. We have been listening for days to her testimony. Many of us have been questioning it, feeling like we're being lied to, and feeling frustrated, like, when are you going to tell the truth? And today, finally, on cross, we saw the beginning of things where she was proven to actually have lied. And there's something very satisfying in that. Now, in regard to the dogs, it's just one more ridiculous kind of lie, really. Because from what Johnny had said, that it was bigger than Yorkie poo. And
teacup Yorkie, big difference.
Teacup Yorkie.
Teacups are like 4 pounds. Regular Yorkie could be, 12, 13 pounds.
That's right. Good point. So, it's just one of the more, I guess, humorous lies, but this whole thing, there's nothing really humorous about all of it. It's just really, other than to say that it's good that finally we are seeing the truth being stripped away. The lies being stripped away, and seeing really good questions, cross-examination questions, to show that there are so many things that they have. This is like, we've just seen the beginning. There are so many things where they can prove that she was lying.
Expert. Dr. Carol Lieberman, what type of person engages in this type of behavior, this self-infliction of wounds, who's in a relationship?
Well, a lot of times what that can mean is that they are in pain, which indeed Johnny Depp was. She was incredibly abusive to him, not only physically but emotionally. So we know he was in pain during their relationship. And so sometimes people will self-harm in order to, because they're in so much pain and they want to sort of make it seem real in terms of physical pain, as to take away from the emotional pain. Also, sometimes people do that in relationships in an effort to not hurt the other person. They hurt themselves instead.
That's what I was going to ask you. How common is it for someone who hurts, if someone is harming themselves, to then abuse their partner as well?
No, it is not. That's almost something that shows that he wouldn't be hurting his partner.
Okay, Dr. Carol Lieberman, tell us a little bit about codependency, and are you seeing it in this relationship?
Well, codependency is when you are so needy of the other person's attention and affection and so on that you go along with things that are not healthy. But what I think is really interesting. Here she is. Those were the nurse's notes, right? So she's throwing the nurse under the bus, saying that the nurse basically did something. That could be malpractice. She doesn't seem to care that she's accusing the nurse of malpractice. She just throws her under the bus, as she throws other people under the bus, her lawyers under the bus later on, when she said she gave them the photos, and I don't know what happened, right? No one is safe.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your valuable time, your insight. It helps us out each and every night. We'll talk again when we come back.